Hey y'all, my name is Hannah and I'm here to bring you some yoga. So just wear whatever's comfortable. You can have your socks on, off, doesn't matter. However you want to show up is great. Um, we shouldn't need any props today, but you can use a block or maybe a thick book, something like that. And so let's get started laying down on our backs. If that's comfortable, if not, lay however is comfortable. Let's snuggle the shoulder blades under the chest. Arms can be down by your sides, maybe like they're facing 10 and 2. And bring your feet to the corners of the mat and let your feet splay open to the sides. If that causes you any pain, any tension, maybe try putting a bend in your knees and your feet mat width apart, and let your knees support each other. You can lift your bottom off the mat and place your back down first and then your bottom. And go ahead and close down your eyes and start to notice your breath. Just become aware of it. Noticing your inhales and your exhales. Without trying to change it, without judging yourself. And go ahead and set an intention for your practice. It can be a word or a phrase that you can focus on. Something like, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am at peace. Just whatever's resonating with you today. Or maybe just say a silent prayer or an audible prayer. You might be home alone or whatever. And start to close down your thoughts and prayers. Take a couple of deep breaths here to kind of settle onto your mat. Big breaths, really fill the belly like a balloon here. And let's start lengthening those inhales to the count of 5 and the exhales to the count of 6. So inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 6, 5, 4, couple more rounds of this breath. And become aware of your fingers and your toes and start putting little movements in them. Maybe roll your head ear to ear, side to side. And let's take a good morning stretch. So bring your toes together, point the toes, reach the arms up and behind you, reaching out with an inhale. And exhale, relax. We'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, stretch. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Let's bring our arms down by our sides. And bring your feet mat width apart, bending the knees. And we'll do some windshield wipers here. So take an inhale, and on the exhale, lower your knees to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale and exhale. Keep going with your own breath. Notice how this feels on your lower back. We're putting movement into the hips, maybe the ankles. Ending on the left side for balance, and let's hug those knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a hug. Maybe rock side to side here. Maybe let your head rock with you. And let's bring our hands to the backs of our thighs, and you can roll to your side and push up, or maybe start rocking until you get enough momentum to rock up. And let's make our way to tabletop, coming onto all fours. You want your shoulders above your wrists. Spread those fingers out wide. Press the mat away from your body, rounding the upper back. You really want to pull that front body in to meet the back body. Face is soft, gaze is down. Hips are above knees. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. You should be a good sturdy table. Turn your elbow creases to the front of your mat, sending the elbows to the back. And let's extend the right leg, bringing the toes to the mat, and start to saw back and forth. pressing into your heel, rolling up on your toe. Feeling that stretch in your calf, in your heel, your toes. And inhale, let's lift that right leg up. Hips are square to the mat, foot is flexed. Let's turn those toes in just a hair, activating that inner thigh. And you can stay here, or maybe lift that left arm up like someone's shaking your hand. It should feel like someone's pulling you in opposite directions. We're pressing up out of that right shoulder. And open up, awkward airplane. Left palm turns down toward the front left corner of the room. Right leg goes to the right rear. Let's inhale, come back to the center and start to pulse up and down. A few more. And release to the mat. Let's take a child's pose. Take your knees mat width apart. Sink the hips back. Walk the hands out in front. And melt your forehead down to the mat. And stay here. Just allow my voice to guide you. Really let your belly relax here. Feel it pressing into your thighs. And I like to take an Ujjayi breath here. So inhale through your nose, and on the exhale, open your mouth and make an audible exhale. Like you're trying to fog up a mirror. And now do that same thing, but with your mouth closed. So breathing in and out through your nose. Take 2 more Ujjayi breaths here in child's pose. And inhale, look to your hands, and let's rise back up into tabletop. Find your alignment. Elbow creases to the front, elbows to the back. You always have an option of dropping to your forearms here if you need a break from your wrists. You can always take a wider stance also, whatever feels more comfortable to you. Let's extend the left leg, press into the heel, and start to saw back and forth. And Let's inhale, press your right foot into the mat, and lift that left leg up, flexing your foot. Turn those toes in. And I know I have a tendency to lean to the right here, opening the hip. Let's draw that back in. Option to lift the right arm here, like someone's shaking the hand. Pull that belly button in to meet the spine. Press the mat away from you. Let's open up awkward airplane. Right palm goes to the front right corner of the room. Leg goes to the back left. And inhale, let's meet back in the center and start to pulse up and down. A few more, you can do it. And release to the mat. Let's bring our knees together this time for a child's pose. Sink those hips back. Walk the arms out in front. And rest your forehead. And just remember, you can always return to child's pose at any time, during any practice, for any reason. And inhale, look to your hands and rise back up, finding your tabletop alignment. And slowly and gently tuck your toes and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And you want to press more with the base of your thumb and your index fingers. Take some pressure off of those wrists. Ears are hanging in between your arms. You should be able to shake your head yes and no. And really try to melt the chest down to the thighs. And start to bend your right knee. Send your left heel into the mat. And then bend your left knee, send your right heel down. And keep pedaling here. Stretching the backs of your legs. Gaze is in between your feet. And inhale, look to your hands and walk your hands back, coming into forward fold. And bend your knees as much as you need to so that your belly can rest on your thighs. And let's ragdoll here by grabbing opposite elbows and swaying side to side. Keep your eyes open so you don't get dizzy. And let's remember that the speed of our movements reflects the speed of our thoughts. So let's just slow things down. And inhale, let's come to a half lift. Hands can stay on the mat or maybe to your thighs for support. And you want to make the number 7 with your body. So let's have a flat back here. Pull those shoulder blades together. It should feel like someone's pulling your neck out. Option to come to airplane arms here. Arms are out by your sides. It should feel like someone's behind you pulling your hands. Gaze is soft, face is soft, and we're breathing. And exhale, forward fold. And bend your knees and slowly start to roll out, tracing your hands along your legs. Knees stacking over ankles, shoulders over hips, head over heart. And start to draw big circles with your nose. And reverse the direction. And take a couple of shoulder shrugs. Get our bodies nice and loosened up. And let's inhale, circle sweep the arms up. And exhale, prayer hands down the heart center to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk the hands out to plank. And we'll hold here. Option to lower to your forearms or your knees. Elbow creases are turned toward the front of the mat. Fingers are spread out wide. We're breathing. Inhaling fully and exhaling completely. Almost there. Remember, the mind gives up before the body. Pull that belly button in and lower down knees, hips, chest, forehead. And maybe roll out your forehead side to side here. Feeling the contact on your face. And let's inhale, come into a baby cobra. Just peel the chest off the mat. Shoulders are back and down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra. exhale, lower down. And this time, press through your hands. Let's make our way to Sphinx pose. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. Hands or palms down, out in front. You can spread the fingers out wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're not sinking down, wearing our shoulders like earrings. We're pressing the mat away from us. We're pressing the tops of our feet into the mat. This is an active pose. Maybe you close down your eyes here. And listen to the sound of the music. And on your next exhale, take your gaze over your right shoulder, peeking back at your feet. Feeling that stretch in your neck. Maybe you feel some heat creating in your shoulders. Maybe you even lift the corners of your mouth so you can smile a little, enjoying your practice. And let's meet back in the center. And exhale over your left shoulder, peeking back. You can even lift your kneecaps here. And let's exhale, meet back in the center. And let's press up into tabletop. And then downward facing dog. Let's inhale, root down that left foot, lift the right leg up high. Hips are square to the mat, foot is flexed. We're pressing through that heel. Three-legged dog. Let's stay here 3 more breaths. Remember, we're pressing more with our index fingers and thumbs. And exhale, let's bring it through. Plant it in between your hands. Maybe use your hand to help scoot it up there. Bringing your ankle under your knee. Option to lower that left knee down. Or you can keep it lifted. Left palm is below the left shoulder. Let's peel that right arm up, coming into a twist. Maybe you take the gaze up or down for stability. Pull that right shoulder back so your shoulders are stacked, one on top of the other. And bring your focus to your right hip. Breathe through that. We're focusing on our breath so we can remain present during our practice. And exhale the right hand down on the inside of the foot. Let's lower that left knee down. Inchworm your foot back. Heel toe your right foot to the edge of the mat. And you can stay here on your palms or maybe lower down to your forearms or a block. You can also rest your forehead on the block. Maybe come to the edge of that right foot, opening the hip a little more. And we'll hold here for 1 minute. Go ahead and bring your intention to your awareness. And let's say it 3 times like you believe it. Ten more seconds. Let's inhale, come to our palms, and start to send the hips back, straightening out your front leg. Coming into a half split. Option for full split. If that's your jam, that's awesome. If not, that's awesome. So let's inhale, lengthen the spine, put some space in there. And on the exhale, just fold over your knee. And inhale, look to your toes and start to walk your hands forward. Bring the right leg back to meet the left. Find your tabletop. And when you're ready, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And take a moment here, pedal your legs. Notice if your right leg feels any different than your left. And root down through that right heel and send the left leg up. Press through that heel. Face is soft and we're breathing. Two more breaths here. on the exhale, let's bring it through, plant it. Right palm is planted below the shoulder. Remember, option to lower that right knee down. Let's peel the left arm up. Pull that left shoulder back, open up that heart space. We're reaching from shoulder all the way through the fingertips. And exhale the left hand down on the inside of the foot. Let's lower the right leg down, inchworm it back, and heel toe the left foot to the edge. Option to lower to the forearms and come to the edge of that left foot. And we're going to hold here. When we hold poses for a minute or longer, we start to stretch the little connective tissues that hold the muscle to the bone. "15 seconds longer." And inhale, come to your hands and start to send those hips back. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. You want to flex the foot so you get a good stretch in your calf. Pull your toes back towards your nose. Inhale, look to the top of your mat and start to walk your hands forward. Swing that foot around to meet the right. And let's lower down, knees, hips, chest. Roll your forehead side to side. Let's bring the left arm out to a T. Rest your left cheek on the mat. Right palm is next to your chest. And put a bend in your right knee and start to draw circles with your toes. And reverse that. And on your next inhale, go ahead and press through that right hand, bringing your right foot back behind you. You should feel a stretch in your left shoulder. And let's remember that just like in life, in yoga, there will always be distractions. But the distractions test the strength of our practice. So how focused can you be? And inhale, roll back to the center gently. Extend the right hand to a T. Rest the right cheek on the mat. Bring your left palm next to your chest. And put a bend in your left knee and start to draw circles. And reverse. And press through your hand with an inhale. And exhale, hold. And just take notice without judgment of where your mind wanders when you practice. And inhale, let's meet back in the center. And press up, coming onto your bottom with your feet out in front. Coming into staff pose, legs are outstretched, feet are flexed, bring those toes back. Sit up nice and tall. Let's inhale, circle, sweep our arms up. And exhale, hinge at the hips, folding over your legs. Face is soft. Mind is focused on your breath. Maybe you start relaxing a little deeper with the stretch. Inhale, look to your toes and start to walk your hands back. And slowly make your way to your back, lowering down gently Let's hug those knees in to your chest. And we'll take a happy baby pose. So spread the knees, reach for you can grab your big toes with your peace fingers, or maybe the outer edges of your feet, or even your shins. And open up the feet, bring the knees back toward the underarms. And there's a tendency to roll the hips up here, so let's go ahead and draw those back down. Option to stretch your legs out here, one at a time, maybe both. You can even rock side to side here. Feel free to play around. And we do this pose with a smile, so go ahead and lift the corners of your mouth. It's called happy baby, not sad baby. And slow that down. Let's bring the feet to the mat. Let's open those hips up a little more. So bring the left heel up and place it on your knee. And you can stay here, or maybe lift that right leg up, clasping your fingers behind your right thigh. You can flex your feet. You can even rock side to side here. See how that feels on your back. With each exhale, see if you can't squeeze those legs a little closer. And exhale, lower the right foot down and then the left. Let's send the right heel up and place it on your left knee. You can stay here, maybe lift that left leg up, interlacing your fingers. Shoulders are soft and relaxed. We're breathing deep belly breaths. Inhaling love and exhaling compassion. Inhaling compassion and exhaling love. And exhale, let's lower the left foot down first and then the right. And hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a hug. And take a few rocks here, back and forth. Maybe close down your eyes, start preparing for Shavasana, or the final relaxation. Take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, open your mouth, make an audible exhale. Reach those legs out. Let your feet splay open to the sides. snuggle your shoulder blades under your chest. Palms are facing up. And now mentally, without moving, relax your toes and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Relax your fingers and wrists, your forearms and upper arms. Relax your belly and your lower back, your chest and your shoulders. Relax your neck, soften your jaw. Release your tongue down from the roof of your mouth. Soften your face. Relax your eyebrows, the spot between your eyebrows, your scalp. Feel your face melting down into the mat. With each exhale, feel your body getting heavier and heavier, and feeling fully supported by your mat. I want to share a quote with you. It says, "The very heart of yoga practice is steady effort in the direction you want to go." Shavasana is one of the most important parts of our yoga practice. It's where we put our bodies back into rest and digest mode. We're telling our bodies, you're safe. There's no need to be in fight or flight. Please feel free to stay here for as long as you'd like, maybe 5 to 15 minutes even. At least 5 minutes. And let's bring our hands in prayer hands to our foreheads so we can remember to think kind thoughts about ourselves and others. Lower them down to your mouth so we can remember to speak kind and encouraging words. And lower them down to your heart so we can remember to keep our hearts open and ready to receive love. Thank you so much for spending your precious time and energy with me today. All that is divine and good inside of me sees and honors all that is good and divine inside of you. Namaste.